Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's that time again to do our daily MLB predictions. We're going to go over every single game we have coming up today, 15 games in total. We're going to break them all down, try to predict the outcome for every single one of them, who's going to win, lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-runners. First things first, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your favorite picks today? Leave it in the comment section. I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. There is 3 tiers in total. If you sign up, I would definitely appreciate it. We go over every single baseball game, every single day, this entire season. It is almost the month of September. Season's flying by, but we also have college football going on. We have the NFL season about to kick off. A lot of sports news going on. If you're a sports fan, baseball fan, football fan, doesn't matter. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's not waste any more time. Let's start running through these games. The very first one we have at 6:40 p.m., we're going to have the 66 and 69 St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals got to get some momentum here. Got to get back to the way they were playing baseball the months of April, May, on the road versus the 68 and 66 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, one of the most consistent teams in baseball. They're not the best team. They're definitely not the worst, but they give you the same product week in, week out. Cincinnati, 59.4% chance to win this one. The Cardinals, a 40.6% chance. The Reds are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Cincinnati, minus 130. The Cardinals, plus 110. Right now, the St. Louis offense, 4.4 runs per game. They do have a lot of veterans on the team. 248 average, 127 home runs, 77 steals. What's been holding them back has been their pitch in the last couple months, giving up 4.28 runs a game. The Reds are averaging 4.5 runs per game, 246 batting average, 130 home runs, 92 steals, giving up 3.84 runs a game. Like I said, extremely consistent overall numbers. Cardinals have Matthew Liberatore on the mound, 6-11 record, 4.27 ERA, 126.1 innings, 98 strikeouts. He's given up 131 hits. He is putting a lot of bodies on base here. Cincinnati has Zach Littell on the mound, 9-8 record, 3.62 ERA, 154 innings. He's eating up a lot of innings this season, conserving the bullpen. He has 106 strikeouts, but he has 28 home runs he's given up. Very, very susceptible to the long ball. That's his weakness, but still, I'm going to go with the Reds winning this game. I'm going to go with them covering the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. Then our second game on Apple TV Plus at 6:45 p.m. The 61 and 72 Atlanta Braves. They came so close to having some type of momentum, and then they went back to their typical ways this season. Will the real Atlanta Braves please stand up? They're on the road versus the 77 and 57 Philadelphia Phillies. Still first place in the NL East. Philadelphia, 69.6% chance to win this one. The Braves, a 30.4% chance. Phillies are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Atlanta plus 150. Philadelphia minus 180. The Braves right now, the offense is starting to score some runs, but unfortunately the pitching staff is giving up more runs, so it kind of cancels out. They're averaging 4.5 runs a game, hitting 244, 152 home runs, 68 steals, and 4.33 runs a game. The Phillies, 4.7 runs a game, 256 batting average, 161 home runs, 110 steals, very balanced offense, giving up 3.85 runs a game. Yes, they lost Wheeler. That's a massive loss, but still, even with that, one of the deeper starting rotations in baseball. The Braves have Bryce Elder going, 5-9 record, 6.12 ERA, 117.2 innings, 96 strikeouts. He's given up 20 home runs in 117 innings. That's not very good. Going up against Ranger Suarez, we need to start talking about this guy more. He's having a really good season. 10-6 record, 3.07 ERA, 126 innings, 122 strikeouts. He's only given up 10 home runs. Give me the Phillies here at home. They win this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. At 6:45 p.m., the 64 and 69 Tampa Bay Rays had a great April, great May. They have not been able to rebound since then. Stats look good, but on the field, the product has not been hitting. On the road versus the 53 and 80 Washington Nationals, younger team, interim coach, not a bad offense, but a lot of issues when it comes to the starting rotation as well as the bullpen. Right now, Washington, 38.8% chance to win this one. Tampa Bay, 61.2% chance. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Tampa Bay, minus 145. Washington, plus 120. The Rays are averaging 4.5 runs a game, hitting 251, 149 home runs, 172 steals. That is number 1 in the major leagues. It's not even close. Very aggressive on the bases. Just find ways to turn that aggressiveness into runs, and they are giving up 3.96 runs a game. The Nationals, 4.2 runs a game, 243 batting average, 126 home runs, 108 steals, giving up a 5.38 ERA. It has steadily stayed around that amount for about 2 months right now. On the mound for the Nationals, Mitchell Parker, 7-14 record, a 6.01 ERA, 134.2 innings, He has 87 strikeouts, giving up 20 home runs, 53 walks, putting a lot of guys on base. Going up against Adrian Hauser. Since this guy came up with the White Sox, since he got cut by the Mets, he's been pitching really good. 7-4 record, 2.88 ERA, 90.2 innings, 62 strikeouts, only 6 home runs given up. Give me Hauser. Give me the Rays to win this one. I have them covering the spread, and I'll go with the under. And then at 7:07 p.m., how about this? Two first-place teams facing off. It's not very often you see two first-place divisional teams battling it out here. Two of the better teams in baseball, two of the better offense in baseball. The 83-52 Milwaukee Brewers, first place in the NL Central, the most wins in baseball, the number one team in the major leagues right now on the road, versus the 78-56 Toronto Blue Jays, first place in the AL East. Right now, Toronto, 57.5% chance to win. Milwaukee, 42.5% chance to win. Blue Jays, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over-under. Milwaukee, plus 115. Toronto, minus 135. Very, very interesting numbers. The Brewers, one of the best overall teams. They check off every single statistical category. 5.1 runs per game, 258 average, 144 home runs, 140 steals. That's top 3 in baseball. A 3.63 ERA. That is elite. That is number 3 in the majors. They have a great rotation, great bullpen to back it up. The Blue Jays, they don't pitch quite that well, but they do score a lot of runs, especially home runs. They're averaging 5.0 runs a game, 268 batting average, the number 1 batting average in the major leagues, 162 home runs, 67 steals, but they are giving up 4.23 runs a game. Toronto is going to turn to Shane Beamer on the mound, 1-0 record, a 1.5 ERA, but a very small sample size so far this season. 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, going up against Freddie Peralta, one of those foundational pieces for the Brewers. Whenever they need a win, this guy's bound to step up. Back-to-back 200 strikeout seasons, on pace for another one this year. 15-5 overall record. That is great. 2.68 ERA, 147.2 innings, 160 strikeouts. You got to love those numbers. Only 106 hits given up. He's keeping the bases clear. Give me Peralta. Give me the Brewers to pull off the upset here, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. Then at 7:10 p.m., the 72-62 Seattle Mariners closing in on the Astros. They're on their heels. They got to win these games. They're second place in the AL West. They're on the road versus the 66-66, the 500 Cleveland Guardians. Started out really hot right after the All-Star break. They've kind of cooled off right now. Right now, Cleveland, a 41.6% chance to win. The Mariners, a 58.4% chance to win. Seattle, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over-under. The Mariners are minus 160. The Guardians, plus 135. Seattle, 4.6 runs a game. When you look at these offensive stats, they can do a little bit of everything. 241 batting average, 191 home runs, that's top 5. 134 steals, that's top 5. They have power, speed. They're only giving up 3.97 runs a game. The Guardians are averaging 3.8 runs a game, 224 average. That's one of the worst, if not the bottom batting average in the major leagues. 133 home runs, 102 steals, and up 3.92 runs a game. Cleveland, they're going to have Logan Allen on the mound. 7-10 record, 4.35 ERA, 128.1 innings, 100 strikeouts. Going up against George Kirby. George Kirby, strikeout pitcher here. 8-6 record, 4.05 ERA, 95.2 innings, 97 strikeouts. I think this game is going to be very close, but I'm going to go with the Mariners inching out a 1-run victory. Mariners win, but I'll go with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And at 7:10 p.m., the 63-71 Miami Marlins versus the 72-62 New York Mets. The Mets are playing better right now. They lost yesterday, but overall playing better baseball in the last 2 weeks. They're one of the most inconsistent teams in baseball. When they're hot, they're hot. When they're cold, they're cold. Which version of the Mets shows up today? New York, 56.6% chance to win, closing in on the Phillies. Marlins, a 43.4% chance to win. The Mets here, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over-under. Miami, plus 145. New York, minus 175. The Marlins are averaging 4.3 runs a game, 249 batting average, 128 home runs, 109 steals, giving up 4.58 runs a game, but it's been staying pretty steady around there. The Mets, they are swinging a hotter bat, 4.6 runs a game, 249 batting average, 177 home runs, 110 steals, giving up 3.8 runs per game. Jonah Tong on the mound for the Mets, throwing his first innings. A lot of unknowns here. We don't know the variables. We haven't seen this guy pitch. Going up against Yuri Perez, who since he's come up, he's been pitching really well this season for the Marlins. 6-3 record, 3.44 ERA, 70.2 innings, 70 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the upset. The unknown with the Mets scares me, so I'm going Miami winning this one, the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And how about this game at 7:10 p.m., the 59-76 Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates, they got to learn how to score some runs. One of the worst overall offense in baseball. A really good pitching staff. They just need some run support. On the road versus the 75-60 Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox, Very difficult to beat at home at Fenway Park. Boston, 66.2% chance to win. Pittsburgh, a 33.8% chance to win. The Pirates here, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over-under. Pittsburgh in this game, they're minus 110. Boston, minus 109. It is a very, very close game. The Pirates are averaging 3.6 runs a game, 233 average, 98 home runs, 102 steals, 3.93 runs a game. Boston, they can do a little bit of everything. 4.9 runs per game, 252 average, 163 home runs, 114 steals they can hit for average. They draw walks, they have power, speed, and on top of that, they're only giving up 3.65 runs a game. One of the better performing teams right now in the major. Second place in the AL East. Peyton Toole on the mound for the Red Sox. Again, another new pitcher. We haven't seen this guy pitch. We don't know how he's going to look on the mound. More unknown variables here. You have to go into this game kind of blind. You don't fully know what you're getting with Toll. Going up against Paul Skeens, the best young pitcher in baseball. 8-9 record, a 2.07 ERA, 161 innings, 181 strikeouts. This guy hasn't given up a home run in weeks. Only 9 home runs given up in 25 games. You gotta love that. Very difficult game here, though, because I don't trust the Pirates' offense, no matter who they're playing against. But I don't trust having a pitcher on the mound that we just don't have any data on. So give me the Pirates to pull off the win here to cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under still. And at 7:40 p.m., the 74-60 New York Yankees starting to play better baseball right now versus the 48-86 Chicago White Sox. They're not the worst team in baseball, but they are the second worst team in baseball. Right now, Chicago, 34.8% chance to win. The Yankees, a 65.2% chance to win. New York, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Yankees minus 210, Chicago plus 175. Yankees heavy favorites. The Yankees are averaging 5.2 runs a game, one of the better overall offenses in baseball. Judge 41 home runs, 95 RBIs. Their team is hitting 251, 225 home runs. That is a buttload of home runs. They are number one in baseball by a long shot. 104 steals and 3.99 runs a game, which is really good. They have a lot of pitching injuries, still pitching well. The White Sox, 3.9 runs a game. 234 average, 133 home runs, 77 steals, and 4.2 runs a game. They have Gomez on the mound for Chicago, 3-1 record, 4.73 ERA, 32.1 innings, 29 strikeouts, going up against Carlos Rodon. Carlos Rodon has had some pretty good stuff this season, 14-7 record, 3.24 ERA, 158.1 innings, 172 strikeouts. Yes, he's walking a lot of people, 65 walks, but he's not letting them score. Give me New York winning this game, covering the spread. I'll go with the over. On MLB TV at 8:10 p.m., the 62-71 Los Angeles Angels. They do give up a lot of runs, but they do score a lot of runs. They are top 5 overall in home runs. They'll be playing the 74-60 Houston Astros, just ahead of the Seattle Mariners. They can feel them breathing down their neck, though. They would love to win this series. Right now, Houston first place in the ALS, a 54% chance to win this game. The Angels, a 46% chance, fifth place in the ALS. Houston, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Los Angeles plus 150. The Astros minus 180. This Angels team, like I said, they can score some runs, and they do it usually via the home run. They average 4.3 runs a game, 230 average, 188 home runs, 66 steals, and 4.81 runs a game. The Astros, 4.2 runs per game. A lot of veteran experience on this Astros roster. 253 batting average, 151 home runs, 66 steals, and 3.86 runs a game. The Astros are better than that. Pitching's not bad, but they are better than that. They have Christian Xavier on the mound, 1-1 record, 5.4 ERA, 10 innings, 10 strikeouts. He's given up 6 walks in 10 innings, but it's a small sample size, so don't look too much into it. Tyler Anderson going for the Angels, 2-8 record, 4.73 ERA, 131.1 innings, 103 strikeouts. He's given up 28 home runs, extremely susceptible to the long ball. This is a very difficult game to call here. Call me a little crazy, but I'm going to go with the Angels pulling off the upset here this game, the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And a very competitive AL Central matchup at 8:10 p.m. on MLB TV. The 78-57 Detroit Tigers, one of the best all-around teams in baseball. They can hit, they have power, they can pitch. They're first place in the AL Central, going up against the second place AL Central team, the 69-65 Kansas City Royals. The big issue for the Royals, they have to score runs, give these pitchers some run support. A top 3 overall pitching team, just score some runs for these guys. For the love of God, put some runs on the board. KC, 53.7% chance to win. Detroit, a 46.3% chance. Tigers are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Detroit plus 105, KC minus 125. The Tigers are averaging 4.8 runs a game, 249 batting average, 173 home runs, 58 steals, and 3.84 runs a game. The Royals, 3.9 runs per game. They got to bump that number up. 247 batting average, 128 home runs, 99 steals, and 3.66 runs a game. That's a playoff caliber pitching staff. Just get some runs out there. Chris Paddock going for the Tigers, 5-11 record, 4.98 rate, 137.1 innings, 97 strikeouts, giving up 23 home runs. Seth Lugo going for KC, finished third place in the AL Cy Young last season. This year, 8-6 record, 3.99 ERA, 142 innings, 120 strikeouts. He's given up 27 home runs. Both pitchers susceptible to the long ball. Might see some runs scored here. But I'm going to go with the Royals surprisingly walking away with the win. Give me the +1.5, and I'm feeling some runs. Give me the over. At 8:10 p.m., the 75-59 San Diego Padres closing in very closely on the Dodgers. Padres playoff caliber team, the number one bullpen in baseball. This team can pitch. San Diego on the road versus the 60-73 Minnesota Twins. Minnesota, 45.9% chance to win. The Padres, a 54.1. Pretty close there, though. Padres are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. San Diego, -130. Minnesota, +110. The Padres are averaging 4.2 runs a game, 251 batting average, 116 home runs, 90 steals, and 3.6 runs a game. Like I just said, their bullpen is elite. They can ride that bullpen straight to wins. Minnesota, 4.2 runs a game, 238 average, 159 home runs, 72 steals, and 4.44 runs a game. A lot of issues when it comes to the pitching. Zebby Matthews going for Minnesota, 3-4 record, 5.3 ERA, 52.2 innings, 67 strikeouts. He is a strikeout pitcher. Going up against Nestor Cortez. Nestor Cortez, although he's pitched better recently, overall this season, he's kind of looked a little crappy. 2-2 record, 4.66 ERA, 29 innings, 25 strikeouts. He's given up 9 home runs in 29 innings. That is really bad. That's more than 1 home run every 3 innings. That's not going to cut it here, but still, the Padres bullpen, if he looks shaky, they have the depth there to pull him out, and they can ride that bullpen all the way to the 9th. I mean, the Padres winning this one. I'll have them covering the spread, but I'm actually going to go with the under here. At 8:40 p.m. on MLB TV, the 76-58 Chicago Cubs. This team is so talented all around: power, speed, average, good pitching. Second place in the NL Central. They're on the road here versus the 38-96 Colorado Rockies. I don't want to say 69. They have 96 losses, closing in on 100. I don't want to short them that 30 losses. Colorado right now, 28.7% chance to win. Chicago, a 71.3% chance. Cubs are 2.5 run favorites. 11.5 over-under. That is massive. Whenever you see double digits, it's usually a Rockies game. Right now, the Rockies, +195. The Cubs, -235. Chicago's offense overall, it is good. They're averaging 4.9 runs a game, 249 average, 181 home runs. That's top 5. 134 steals, that's top 5. And they're only giving up 3.83 runs a game. The Rockies, 3.7 runs a game, 238 average, 136 home runs, 71 steals, and 5.94 runs a game. It used to be above 6, so technically it is better. It is still god-awful, but it is better. We have to give them that. On the mound for Colorado, Germán Marquez, 3-11 record of 5.67 ERA, 98.1 innings. He's given up 126 hits in 98 innings. That's just not going to cut it, guys. Going up against Cade Horton, 8-4 record, 2.88 ERA, 93.2 innings, 77 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the Cubs winning this one. I'm going to go with them covering the spread with the 11.5. That is massive. It can definitely go over, but give me the under surprisingly in this game. And at 10:05 p.m., the 68-67 Texas Rangers. The Rangers, the offense is finally scoring some runs here. Came a little too late in the season. The offense was pretty putrid to start the year, but they're starting to get some runs in now. They still have the number one pitching team in baseball. They still have a shot to clinch the playoffs. Everything's still in front of them. There is still time. Right now, the Rangers are on the road versus the 63-72 Athletics. The Athletics, they give up a lot of runs. They score a lot of runs. They hit a lot of home runs. This game's going to be at Sacramento, minor league stadium, small ballpark. Might see some home runs. The A's, a 51.2% chance to win this game. The fans are going with the A's. Rangers, 48.8% chance to win. The Athletics, 1.5 run favorites, 10.5 over under. The Rangers are +115. The Athletics, -135. The Rangers right now, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game. 236 batting average, 149 home runs, 115 steals, giving up 3.42 runs a game. That is number one in baseball. The A's, 4.5 runs a game, hitting 253, 185 home runs. That's top five, giving up 67 steals, and they're giving up 4.78 runs per game in this minor league stadium here. Both teams are capable of hitting the long ball. Jack Leiter on the mound for the Rangers. Kind of been up and down the season. Hurt at times. 8-7 record. 3.81 ERA. 115.2 innings. 111 strikeouts. Up against Jeffrey Springs. The A's don't pitch well. That is not Springs' problem. He's having a really solid season. 10-8 record. 4.15 ERA. 145.1 innings. 117 strikeouts. He's given up 25 home runs. He does give up a lot of homers here. Texas, when the bats are hot, they are hot right now, they can hit a lot of home runs. I'm going to go with the Rangers, walking away with the upset. Give me that plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. Second to last game, NL West versus NL West at 10:10 p.m. The 66-69 Arizona Diamondbacks. They got rid of a lot of their best pieces, but this team can still score runs. You got to respect the offense, power, speed. On the road versus the best roster in baseball when they're healthy. That's the issue. When they are healthy, they have yet to be healthy, but hey, they're still winning games. The 77-57 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NL West. LA, 73.2% chance to win. The Diamondbacks, a 26.8% chance to win. The Dodgers here, obviously they're going to be the favorites. They are 1.5 run favorites, and 8.5 over under. The Dodgers minus 190. The Diamondbacks plus 160. Arizona, 4.9 runs a game. 251 batting average, 186 home runs, that's top five, 97 steals, and a 4.54 runs a game. LA, 5.2 runs a game. Very talented offense. 253 average, 201 home runs. That's the number 2 in baseball, only trailing the Yankees. 78 steals, and a 4.08 runs a game. Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen is much better than he's been pitching this season for the Diamondbacks. This is the worst start of his career. 9-13 record, 5.13 ERA, 156 innings, 141 strikeouts. He's given up 26 home runs, 152 hits, giving up a lot of base hits. You don't want to flirt with disaster versus this Dodgers lineup. Dodgers going with Blake Snell. When he is on, he is on. 3-2 record, 1.97 ERA, 32 innings, 30 strikeouts. Give me the Dodgers winning it, covering the spread. I'll go with the over. And we made it to our final game at 10:15 p.m. Apple TV Plus. A lot of games on Apple TV today. The 60-74 Baltimore Orioles, they give up some runs here, but Baltimore, younger team, a lot of power. And they're playing the 66-68 San Francisco Giants in San Francisco. Very difficult place to beat them. The Giants, they don't score a lot of runs, but they do have a really good starting rotation, really good bullpen. San Francisco, 59.1% chance to win. The Orioles, a 40.9% chance to win. Giants are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Orioles plus 135. The Giants minus 160. Baltimore right now, 4.3 runs a game, 240 batting average, 160 home runs. 93 steals, and 4.65 runs a game. The Giants, 4.1 runs a game. Like I said, they're not known for their offense, though. 233 average, 136 home runs, 61 steals, and 3.7 runs a game. Looking at the pitching for today is going to make a lot of sense here. Dean Creamer going for Baltimore, 9-9 record, 4.19 ERA. Actually, not bad numbers. 152.1 innings, 127 strikeouts. Going up against Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray, when this guy's striking people out, he's striking people out. He's having a really consistent year this year. 10-6 record. A 2.93, a sub-3 ERA, 159.2 innings, 158 strikeouts. He's given up 19 home runs, but a sub-3 ERA, so really honestly, who cares? Give me the Giants to win this game. I have them covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the under this one. Guys, that's our breakdown, our predictions, our best bets, our picks for every single baseball game we have coming up for Friday, August 29th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? Make sure to let us know in the comment section. I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. Thanks for watching.